Hello, I'm VX Toycam. Welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually centered around the next update coming to Minecraft console. We're currently calling that next update TU43, and we basically know everything there is to know about it as far as features go, but there are still a few secrets that I figured I could share with today's QnA Saturday. So these questions all do come in from Wednesday's video, I think it was, on cross-platform play. I asked people ask questions there, and if you want to ask any for next week's Q&A, which will be in like 2 or 3 weeks, so I guess the next Q&A, you can ask them in the comments down below of this video. Anyway, while you're down there, I'd very appreciate a like on the video because it helps out the channel a lot and lets know you do like these sorts of Q&As. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we, with the very first question, which comes in from Griffin Wombo, who says, #Q&A, did you have fun at Minecon? Also, do you ever think console will be getting a skin creator? So, did I have fun at Minecon? Yes, I did. It was even more fun than I figured, and I'm not just saying that, like, it really was just like, oh yeah, so there's some great panels, great to, you know, speak to other people and friends and stuff, but it was also great meeting so many of you guys, the fans. Like, I really was expecting to be like 3-4 people, and that's how the first day went, but after I, you know, went on stage that second day, that was terrifying by itself. It was just so cool how many people I met, and some people, it was like, I'm not just saying it, it was generally amazing to meet, because they made jokes where you went back and forth. I thought it was pretty great stuff, and yeah, I had a lot of fun at Minecon. And do I think console will be getting a skin creator? Sadly no, because the very first question from the Minecon Q&A was, it was actually really brutal. If you listen to it, it's like, so I know you guys are only doing this for money, but will you let us just pay money to make our own skins? It was something really, really funny worded like that, and they responded with basically no, sadly, because not all platforms could have it, so they just decided to not do it all, which, I mean, it's a weird way to put it, but basically, yeah, skin creator isn't something they're planning on doing right now, which is kind of sad, but, you know, that's been their position the whole time. It just doesn't look like it's changed, at least not this last Minecon. So, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Sir Pineapple First, who has, I guess he's a pineapple in a suit or something, but he says, "Hi Toycat, do you think we'll get bigger boats as they were not showcased?" So, yeah, I want to quickly clarify this one right now, because a lot of people are, like, confused between what this update is. This update isn't the next big, giant update, you know, the 1.9, 1.10 update or whatever. This is just a kind of small holdover update that they've developed a little bit, so they could have something to release just after Minecon. So yeah, this is going to be some of 1.9 and some of 1.10, but not the 1.9 and 1.10 features, or the 1.9 features, I guess, that I showed off, including bigger boats. If you want to get, you know, the bigger boats, the dual wielding, that stuff is still coming, just further on down the line. So yeah, all of the feature previews are now for like a future update, and I will start those again, a few weeks after this update's come out. But for now, will we get bigger boats in this update? Not just yet, but later on down the line. So with that said, let's move on to the next question here, which comes in from DP Gaming, who says, there was a teaser image for the Minecon skin pack earlier this year, which included the Elytra rings, and you pointed out that, so why would they put out this image and not put the Elytra in the next update? I understand this is a mini update, but it's still a major update. So yeah, basically this update seems like it was developed very quickly. Bear in mind, Tumble came out like less than a month ago, as I recall this, I think, or maybe just over a month ago, and then they're already releasing a full update, which, or, you know, a mini update, I should say, and that makes me think that they were planning to do 1.9, because just after that, they're like, oh yeah, we're working on it, but if I had to guess, they got some of the work done, you know, like, with all these things, and then they're like, why don't we just release this now, and then work on the major stuff, so that way, if it takes a while, people won't be complaining that we haven't had a feature update all year. That's what I had to guess. So yeah, why did they put it in there? I think when they made those promotional images, and when they said 1.9 is coming, they were planning to just have the next update be at the end of the year, but I guess they decided to split it so they could have something to release now and then something to release later, which honestly, if they can still release 1.9 by the end of the year, I think it's the ideal way to do it. I think giving some people a little bit of stuff to play around with now would be really cool, especially when it's stuff like igloos that you have to generate a new world for. So yeah, that's why I think the Elytra is not in this update, because it will be in the next one. So with that said, let's move to the next question from Avenging Cats, who says they also hinted a building minigame at 4J versus YouTubers. So if you did watch that, again, I was on stage with Squid, Squishy, Big B, and Stampy, I believe, and we were playing against 4J Studios. It was a really fun, like, on-stage thing. At the end of it, they actually, you know, they all say, oh, building slime would be great on the console edition, and in case you didn't catch that, because it was at the end, and I think they're just killing the stream as they do that. However, I think this was a lot bigger of a hint than you might realize just watching the stream, and I think I can say that again. I will probably make a whole video on why building time / build battles will be coming to the console, but for now, I'll just say that I think I'm almost certain that it will be the next minigame, and maybe you should check the channel for a whole video once I've, gathered some more thoughts. But for now, yes, the building minigame was hinted at 4J versus YouTubers. By the way, in case you're curious, YouTubers won. It was really fun. Anyway, with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Richard Castanon, who says, "Hi Toycat, this isn't a question. I just wanted to say I met you at the console edition panel at Minecon, and your voice is super deep IRL. So also, I love how you still do your hand motions even when just chatting with your mates. So yeah, first of all, my voice is super super deep IRL. I didn't realize that. Second of all, I wanted to say that I met you at the Minecraft console panel. Yeah, it was really funny because as soon as I asked that question about llamas, again, you might have spotted it. If not, then I'll probably make a whole video on like Toycat and Minecon. But yeah, I asked about llamas, and then as soon as I did that, like 5 or 6 fans came over and were like, "Oh hey," because obviously it was the console panel, and yeah, it was really cool meeting everyone that came over. And someone even gave me a Toycat keychain, and I thought that was nice of them. But yeah, with that said, so also next one, do you still do hand motions when speaking to your friends? Yeah, so the hand motions I do in videos, that's not like me putting it on. It's just, I know it's how I talk to people. It's like, you know, you can visually kind of explain something, and or maybe it's just a weird thing I do. But either way, yeah, it is a real thing. I mean, I guess there are some people that might think it's like a weird video thing, but it's how I talk, I guess. Anyway, with that said, let's move into the next question, which is coming in from Nicolas Sardassa, who says, will cross-platform work with Java? And then the weirdest string of mess I've ever seen. If I had to guess, that's like either like a weird Java joke or it's just like their phone bugging out. But anyway, will cross-platform work with Java? No, basically, because the reason the Pocket Edition and the console were going to crossplay before this big kind of like, I guess, dumpling of the announcement is because you know, they're both programmed in the same language and they're converging towards trying to be the same game. The Java version is always going to be a distinctly different game to Minecraft and other platforms, and that's why the cross-platform could never truly work. Maybe like years down the line, but for now, I think, you know, the Java version will always be different to the Windows 10 version. It will just be at some point the Windows 10 version will take over, and then that would be able to crossplay in this theoretical world where, again, it doesn't look like it's happening right now, but it wouldn't work with Java even if it did. So if you're hoping to play with your Java friends on your phone, I would say it's a little bit of an unrealistic expectation. So yeah, that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Fancy Gamer, who says, "Hi Toycat, what is your biggest accomplishment in Minecraft?" So let's exclude the sugarcane farm for now, because everyone knows the sugarcane farm and how much I love that. And I'd say it was probably getting all of the achievement score for Minecraft Xbox. And technically I'm missing one, but I've done it. It just, the achievement is bugged right now. So yeah, I've done all the achievements for Minecraft Xbox One, and although it doesn't take too much effort, some of the new ones were like kind of fun to get, some of the old new ones were fun to get, and yeah, I think that's a cool accomplishment, because honestly, even though it seems relatively easy, making 500 meters of minecart per hour, it's quite a bit of effort, doing this and doing that, and just doing all those steps was kind of fun for me. So yeah, I think that's one of my biggest accomplishments, outside of the sugarcane farm anyway. So with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Lockland Greer, who says, "I think they should do cross-platform. It would be so popular that Sony would eventually want in." So I agree, they should do cross-platform and then just make Sony want to join. But you know, they had a big thing about trying to make consoles equal. They don't want you know, Sony players to be upset that they can't play with their friends. And at that point, if you're not doing it with Sony, it's just like, oh yeah, Xbox One and 360 users can play together. So it would be cool if they make it go to the Pocket Edition too. But for now, I think it's just like the cross-platform console dreams might not ever be realized. So yeah, that's it. Let's move to the next question, which comes in from King Braden the Fourth, who says, "Hi Toycat, can I be on your Q&A?" I mean, apparently. And what is your favorite snack? Love your videos. Keep it up. Toodles. So my favorite snack is ice cream, or really any ice good. Like, I really, really like cold things and cold places. And, you know, cold is better than hot. That's something I realized after being in, like, over 40 degrees temperature, which is like over 100 fake degrees, by the way. But, you know, like, it's like 40-degree temperature this weekend. Maybe realize, yeah, don't really like this hot thing. Much bigger fan of cold. So, yeah, and my favorite snack is anything cold, or, like, failing that, maybe like, I don't know, beef jerky, but not the way most people do beef jerky, the really weird way Americans do it, where like there's a hole in the middle and they like squeeze some jalapeno juice in there. It'll make you feel sick, but while you're eating it, it's amazing. So yeah, with that said, let's move to the final question, shall we? Which it comes in from Cameron, or at MUFC Cameron, who says, "At IDX Toycat, hey Toycat, do you know that the mending enchant is coming in TU43? If the mending enchantment is coming in TU43, or is Frostwalker the only new enchantment coming?" So, like with the build time thing, this is another thing where if you didn't watch all of the Minecon stuff, you might have missed it, but mending is definitely confirmed for TU43, yes. It's one of the little secrets about it, really, that I guess not many people know. I guess it'll come out and people will be like, oh yeah, cool little enchantment. So, mending's going to be really exciting to find in the world, because if you have mending on something, you basically never run out of the thing on that, which I think is going to be really cool for mining, or if you've got a sword you never want to die, then it never has to. And yeah, is the mending enchantment coming? Yes, it is, and I'm looking forward to it so badly, to make like a mega sword or a mega pickaxe. Or I haven't actually decided which one yet, but it is definitely confirmed to be in TU43. Stuart, the head of programming at 4J was just like, oh yeah, it is in the update, it's just not in the trailer, and it's as simple as that. So yeah, I hope you did all enjoy today's Q&A Saturday about TU43. To kind of recap everything, it's not the full 1.9 update, that's still in development, they said. It's going to include the mending enchantment. Building time is hinted at being the next mini game, but not with this update necessarily. I mean, it might be sneakily in there. And as well as that, I hope you did all enjoy today's Q&A Saturday. Like if you liked it, share who really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, because I will see you all in the next video. So goodbye, everyone.